Be sure to check out some of my latest videos. One of my latest videos is The Punisher and The Terminator. You also have 4 new Marvel Selects. And check out one of my favorite videos, which is Studio Series Jetfire. You girls and guys be safe out there, and I will catch you later. Stop and refuel. This is seafood boil. You got the shrimp, you got potatoes, you got the corn, and you also have the crab cluster. Oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
Quarantine food. I'm about to tear this up.
He's like, oh yeah!
Alright, so let's do the intro. These are, this is a coffee mug that I got. I got my wife the Wonder Woman one. And that's a wallet that I got. Just starting to really show my fandom in different other areas. I definitely want to go back and get another one of these, one to collect and one to drink out of. And my wallet is just awesome. That's the 1980s, what is his name? Tim Burton Batman. Alright, so let's get a word from our sponsor. And this episode of Direct Edition is brought to you by everybody's favorite Dr. Marion, my fake Dr. Malt from China, and also letsbykimmy.com. I've been waiting to say this for a long time because the comic book shops are closed, but let's get into some comics. Alright, let's do some Justice League. So you got Justice League 1, Justice League 1, Justice League 2. Then you have to pause for this one because this one is awesome. This is Justice League. I'm not sure what number, but it's the version cover with Wonder Woman by Jim Lee. I have 2 copies of that. So how cool is that for your Justice League run? Very awesome. I'm enjoying changing these books over because it's awesome. Very cool cover. Let's keep going. My boy Gray Man will love this. This is Justice League Europe. And there's some first appearances in that or something. It's something about that book. It's not any first appearances. I'm sorry. It's just a cool book to have. But you can still find it in the dollar bins. So very awesome. Justice League Europe. This is a cover swipe from the Justice League around that era, the first book. So very awesome. One of my favorite covers of all time. This is Wonder Woman. This is Justice League versus Suicide Squad, but this is Wonder Woman and Harley Quinn. And look how Harley Quinn gives 0 Fs about, Wonder Woman. Very awesome. But no, my collection doesn't stop there. Watch this. And boom, you have the sketch version. The sketch version is the first one that I got. I think I got this out of the actual Harley Quinn little notebook. Harley Quinn, the black bag. I know I got one of them out of it, and I think it's a sketch cover. Allow my sexy fingers to interrupt your video. But this is awesome. So you got the virgin cover, where Harley gives 0 fucks. And then you have the sketch version. I'm in love with collecting stuff like this. This is just so awesome. Want to see something else awesome? Another sketch version. But this sketch version has a lot going on in it. You have Superman and Batman and a lot of people defeated at their feet. I think that's the Flash and Green Lantern. And then the only people that's still surviving is Wonder Woman. She's the last survivor out of Suicide Squad. Out of Suicide Squad, Justice League. The Suicide Squad is actually beating up on Wonder Woman. But they actually beat all of the Justice League. And now they're working on the last survivor, which is Wonder Woman. So very awesome. Love those sketch covers. And I ordered 100 bags, 100 bags and boards because I have to get. I can't do this anymore. I can't double bag. Put them in the back. I have to give each comic book its own individual bag and board because I have so many comic books that I run out of bag and boards, and this is my resort. I have to double use the bag. So I ordered 100 to start with, but I'm probably gonna need about 500, maybe even 600 or 700. So I'm just gonna go back through my collection. I'm gonna finesse it, hug it, tug it, smack it, flip it, and rub it down. All right, let's keep going. I got two of these for the minor first appearance of. Is her name Badger or something like that? I'll figure out her name by the end of the video. But it's her first appearance. That's actually her. No, that's probably Black Canary in the stockings. But it's the first appearance of a minor character, so very awesome. But I got two of those. Alex Ross, Justice Society. I have a lot of these, but I'm probably going to skip them because I want to give you more than just Justice League and Justice Society. But Alex Ross. And this book tripped me out because I got it a while ago for like 50 cents. I got it like a long time ago, probably like 2000 or something like that. But this book actually goes for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's like a $5 to $10 book, so very cool. This is the Uncanny Origins of Juggernaut. It doesn't say it. It just says the Juggernaut one shot. Okay, it's just a Juggernaut one shot, but it's still a book to look after. It carries a little weight, which surprised me. All right, let's get into some more stuff. Here's your indie corner. Lady Death. Very awesome. Definitely gotta love Lady Death. I saw her cartoon, which was on, I think, on YouTube. It was pretty good. She had the clothes on. But Lady Death and Vampirella kind of remind me of each other, where it's like I like to read their comics, but I'm more looking at their boobs and butt. So very awesome. Very awesome indie corner. All right, you talk about my childhood. This is one that I actually bought a Charleston Chew and sent off for it. But as you can see, when it came in the mail, it had a color break in it. But it's still a pristine copy from when I was a kid. Nah, it actually got a lot of ticks. This is a very rare book. You had to buy like this nasty ass candy bar called Charleston Chew and send it off, and they would send you this in the mail. Yeah, I remember how hyped up I was when I got this in the mail. But this is a cool Charleston Chew variant. You're not going to find this a lot. It's a very, very rare book because, like I said, it was a send-off. And let's actually open it up and see. But this is part of my childhood. And this is Wolverine with the brown and gold costume. So this is actually when I first started collecting comics. Let's see if it's a flip-around cover. It is a flip-around cover. You know, the Marvel Tales always have flip-around covers. And this is Spider-Man versus, I don't know who that guy is, but he's like Parasite from a Superman, that Superman villain. But I wish I would have took better care of it. It got, ticks in it. But hey, I still think as a child, I kept my books in the best condition that I could. But very awesome. All right, let's keep going with the childhood books. So this Marvel Comic Presents is probably like my second comic book that I've ever bought. It's part of my childhood. I remember Wolverine was giving Bruce Banner a ride and he didn't know who he was. Don't ask me why Wolverine couldn't smell him or whatever and know who he was. But the guy got out the car and went into a cave, and then he turned into the Incredible Hulk, the Grey Hulk, and Wolverine. Then, it was like the next book, you knew that they were going to fight. So this is a very cool Marvel Comic Presents. Marvel Comic Presents has flip covers, so let's allow my sex fingers to interrupt the video. Let's flip it and let's see what's on the other side. Because Marvel Comic Presents was always, that was kind of like my introduction into Marvel Comics, like 3 comic books in one. And yeah, my first ever that I bought was a Marvel Comic Presents. So here's a flip cover. You have the Shroud, Werewolf by Night. You have Stingray. It's very awesome. All right, let's keep going. All right, so we're kicking it old school. This is Marvel Supervillain Team Up. Doctor Doom versus the Red Skull, and you got the Shroud and Captain America. Captain America's like, no, Shroud. Doom is our only hope. So Doctor Doom versus Red Skull. And this, like I said, it's from 1977. So I know I couldn't have collected it at the time because I wasn't even born. So I must have recently picked this up, just for my love of old school. But this is not the only old school I got. You ready for another old school? Let's look at another old school. There you go, Marvel 2-in-1. You got Man Thing and Thing, actually, which is a pretty cool comic book. This one's from, the other one's from 1977. This is from 1981. So I was just born at that period when this came out. It's a pristine copy. No ticks, no nothing. So whoever had this in their collection, they loved it. And I thank God that I actually found some old school books that's in still good condition because I'm such a stiffler. So let's keep going. And let's finish off the video with two of my favorites. This is my Marvel Milestone, Giant Size Uncanny X-Men. I've been very hard on it because this is one of my favorite comic books growing up. It's probably worth a lot of money, but not mine because it's ticked up. And then you have the Marvel Tales with McFarlane, Spider-Man, and Dazzler. I have Dazzler #1, but I don't have her first appearance. And Dazzler #1 in this book runs hand in hand. They're pretty hefty books, especially for Dazzler fans. And that Marvel Milestone of Uncanny X-Men is basically a reprint. And if I would have kept it in pristine condition, this is easily like $100 book. But yeah, so I'm gonna keep on organizing my books in the trunks. And you girls and guys, be safe out there. Remember words of wisdom. Focus on the ones that show you love and on the ones that don't show you love. Hey, we're just gonna keep on rolling without them. The channel is Fred Hall Direct Edition. I'll catch you girls and guys later. My prayer is everything that you touch be successful. Be safe out there. Peace.